Well, the lesson is don't go to Barnes & Noble when you're in a rut. Oh well. Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to the Nerdy Muse. I'm Andy, and today's just going to be a quick, what I'm reading right now at the end of May, getting ready for June, for Pride Month. And then I kind of went to Barnes & Noble earlier. I should have done that because I spent way too much money, but I'll show you what I got. Okay, so right now I'm finishing up The Lost Kingdom. I have had this in my TBR since 2005 when it came out, something like that. And so it's about time I actually got to read it. I watched the series on Netflix, loved it. The book, of course, I'm finding is much, much better. I'm almost done with this one, then I'll finish the rest of the series as much as I can because, you know, next month is Pride Month, and I have for my plan to read as many books by LGBTQIA plus authors as possible, or about, you know, with LGBTQIA plus topics. So I'm kind of going to go over what I got at Barnes & Noble today. This is not my TBR for June, but I do have some books I got here. It's going to be on my TBR for June, if that makes any sense. I'm tired. Alright, so the first thing I got was book 2 and book 3 of the Iron Druid Chronicles. I have the first book already. I have not started it yet, but I saw these there and I was like, I just got to get them to make sure that I've got them. So when I do read them, I've got them all. So I have book 2 Hexed and book 3 Hammered by Kevin Hearn. So I can put these now on my bookshelf. Another book I got, I'd never heard about it. It's called The Library at Mount Char by Scott Hawkins. This is his debut novel. It's fantasy. It's about Carolyn who has grown up in what they call an infinite library. Who doesn't want that existence? So I don't know anything about this novel at all, but it takes place in a library. It's about fantasy. Sure, why the hell not? Other thing I got was book 2 in the Faithful and the Fallen series by John Gwynne called Valor. Again, I have book 1, haven't read it yet, I know. Shame on me. But I saw book 2 and I'm like, I better get it. That way when I read book 1, I'll have book 2, and next time I go, I'll just get book 3 and whatever else I need, because that's just the way I roll. This month I did finish, finally, Shadow and Bone, and now I have part 2, Siege and Storm. Of course, it's by Lee Bardugo. I loved Shadow and Bone. I have not watched the Netflix series. I refuse to watch it until I finish the series. I know the Netflix series is not based on all 3. I get it, I know, but I'm the kind of guy, let me read the whole series first. Although now I'm saying that, I did not do that for the Saxon Chronicles. I actually just watched that one on Netflix because I didn't think I was going to read the books, even though I have them. Why did I think that? Anyway, but this one, so I have book 2, I'll grab book 3 later, and once I finish those, I'll watch it on Netflix. If it's even still there. Who knows? Now, of course, popular culture, Game of Thrones, right? I haven't read them. Actually, I read book 1 ebook. I'm halfway through book 2 ebook, but you know what? I'd rather have the physical copy. I have not watched the HBO series. Why would I? But I told myself I was going to read the whole series first and then watch the series. So, I went ahead and just bought a Game of Thrones. Next time I go, I'll buy the next books. I just want to get through this one first again, and then I'll get to the other ones. Now, one of the big ones no pun intended, one of the big books I've seen all over BookTube and at Barnes & Noble, I don't do TikTok, is called The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. And I'm a sucker for huge novels. This one looks really, really good. Brilliant, diverse, feminist, subversive, thought-provoking, masterfully told. Count me in. One thing I'm going to be reading here is The Priory of the Orange Tree. And this one looks really, really cool. All it says, the House of Berethnet has... Berethnet? I'll listen to the audiobook for the correct pronunciation at some point. Has ruled Innis? I really need to listen to the audiobook. I'm destroying all these names. Long story short, it's a queen, has to give birth to a daughter to rule. I'm in. Let's see what this is about. But I like huge books. Another one I've got here, it's called Tale of Two Worlds by Michael Faber. Neil Gaiman calls it glorious. If Neil Gaiman likes this one, I'm going to read it. It's very simple. It looks really short too. Apparently a letter D disappears from an alphabet, and that starts everything going. So it looks like a really quick read. So this will probably be this month as well before we get into June after I finish The Last Kingdom. Okay, now for the books that will go into my TBR for June. These are all LGBTQIA themed, have protagonists by authors. All right, so just because I keep going back to series that have been turned into Netflix or Hulu or some kind of series, I was able to find the first two Heartstopper volumes at Barnes & Noble. Finally, last time I went, there was nothing. So I got the first two volumes here. I'm looking forward to reading this. I think there are another 2 or 3, maybe more. I don't know, but I'm gonna read them all before I watch the series. But I'm glad I got the first two Heartstoppers, so that's gonna be in June for sure. I also have here Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alaire Science. Now, a friend of mine at work, she's a former English teacher, she read this with her students and she said she loved it. So let me just read you what it says here. Dante can swim, Ari can't. Dante is articulate, self-assured. Ari has a hard time with words and suffers from self-doubt. Dante gets lost in poetry and art. Ari gets lost in thoughts of his older brother who is in prison. Dante is fair-skinned. Ari's features are much darker. It seems like a boy like Dante, with his open and unique perspective on life, would be the last person to break down the walls that Ari's built around himself. But against all odds, when Ari and Dante meet, they develop a special bond that will teach them the most important truths of their lives and help define the people they want to be. But there are big hurdles in their way, and only by believing in each other and the power of their friendship can Ari and Dante emerge stronger on the other side. I mean, this has won quite a few YA awards, so I really want to read this and see where it goes. So again, Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. Next one, I saw this actually on Instagram, Instagram. It's called Under the Whispering Door. Apparently a protagonist kind of dies and has like 24 hours or something like that to get to the afterlife, and there's another guy there who's supposed to help him through it. And it's about the guy realizing that the protagonist who just died, that he has 24 hours now to live his life fully. He's going to do this other guy. So it'll be interesting, I think. So Under the Whispering Door by TJ Kloon. I've read a lot of great comments on it online. So I'm interested to see how this one reads. So again, in June, Under the Whispering Door. Is that a stag in the background? I just noticed that. Oh. The last one I bought today, but not the last one on my TBR for June. I'll do that one later. This is just a quick what I got. It's called Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey Mcquisten. I had seen this, so I'm a nerd. I like watching booktubers kind of doing reading journals, and this was along with some others that I really want to get. But I saw this one on there, and it looked really interesting. It looks like the two protagonists, one's American, one's British. They're two guys. Yeah, I don't know anything about it except it's LGBTQIA+, so I'm going to be reading this one in June. I'll talk about it later when I do a June TBR. If I ever do a June TBR, because at this point, I'm lucky at this point, I'm barely getting this one done because I'm barely getting anything done. Oh, a couple more things I got when I was there, just because why not spend some more money? So again, next month is Pride Month, and I found, so this is kind of really cool. It's a t-shirt that says, Read with Pride, and who doesn't need more Pride t-shirts for Pride? This guy. So I got this one. It looks really cool. The only problem is, I got a large. I've lost weight, so I thought if I get a large and I wash it, it's gonna shrink and it'll fit me. Yeah, well, I should have gotten an extra large to wash it because apparently I don't think this is gonna survive a wash. But hey, it looks cool anyway, right? Can you see it? I'm not even sure you can see it. Okay, we'll see. And then, so Barnes & Noble right now, they really don't have bags, and they're asking people to bring their bags in. When I walked in there, I forgot my bags in the car because I'm a doofus. So I purchased 2 bags, and I'm like, yeah, let's just use these bags to carry my books out because I'm an idiot. They're both from Out of Print, just like the t-shirt is. They're both themed Pride. So this one, it's really cool. It looks like it has I'm kind of looking at it, and it looks like it has a bunch of characters from LGBTQIA+ books. Is that Lily Tomlin? No, that's a, no. It looks like it has like some heroes from Pride culture. I think that's young Walt Whitman. Now we're talking. I've known these two from somewhere. This is a really cool character and author bag. So I got this one again from out of print. I'm sure you can get it online too, if not your local Barnes and Noble. And then of course I just got another Read with Pride bag. I just realized it's much smaller. I saw it there. These were the only two bags they had there, at least on the Pride display, and I'm like, I'm buying them. Actually, they had another one, but I couldn't get my hands on it in time because they called my name, and just the way I am, it would have been like, hold on, and then I'm trying to get the bag, and then everything falls over, and all my books fall, and then people are laughing, and I'm staring at me. They already were, because I had like all these books in a bag. I mean, like as soon as I get the cashier, she's like, oh wow, those are a bunch of books, and I'm like, I'm right next to people checking out, and they kind of look at me and look at my books. I'm just like, this is why I don't like to go out in public. Judgments everywhere. Anyway, but yeah, I'll do a June TBR later, and then later on I'll do a May wrap up of what I read this month. There wasn't that many books. I also did a reading journal, my first ever actual reading journal. I might do a flip through of that later on. I might not. Like I said, it took me forever just to set this sucker up just for this. I mean, anyway, if you're still with me, thank you so much. Look for more videos later on. This is not my first foray into BookTube, but it's the first one in like 20 years, maybe a little bit less, like 18, something like that. But we'll see. I want to share my reading journey with all of you, what I've been reading, what my thoughts on them, my reading journal, and things like that. So I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for staying with me, and I'll see you next time. I gotta clean up this mess.